So I was down in the bottom of a rabbit's hole looking up. And I'm walking along in the house and I'm climbing the stairs. And then I realized I forgot something really important. Sitting on the diagram over here, very inconspicuous, is a meter movement. And I was waiting for the larger control to come in, wondering how much bigger it was going to be than the one control, which was really big. And I'm like, how am I going to fit all that in there? So when I saw the meter, I'm like, okay, I'll hang a bracket. And in your mind, as soon as you put a bracket for the meter movement, it's in the way of everything else. So it hit me. I need a front panel. So I cut me a front panel. Okay? And this will go on the front of this like this. And along the bottom in here will be 3 controls. On-off switch, standby, 1/4-inch jack for the code key. So now you'd say something like, well, that don't look too bad. Well, let me show you the back of this. This is the stuff nobody tells you about. Okay? Does that control look small to you? But I have a lot of experience with put stuff together. The distances stuff has to be from each other. But when you look at the front of this, it just looks like you got a regular pot back there, you know. And this is starting to get a real military look to it, or an old ham unit from the 50s. But like I said, there'll be an on-off switch here, a standby switch, and the code key input. Because the keying is done either to the screen grid of the output tubes, or you could actually use the old relay that's in the unit. But I stayed with it, and now I'm going to clean up. I worked early on in the morning cutting that hole out for that meter movement. Cutting holes like that is no fun. I got it pretty close. Okay, you're doing it the old way. You know, I did use the nibbling tool, and I did use a file, and I did use my $5 from the flea market, a yard sale Black & Decker cordless drill. This thing's really, I've got my money out of this thing. I would like the chuck to work a lot better. You got to go over $100 on a cordless drill before you get a chuck that actually works. They're all the same company making the chucks that don't work. But again, here it is, the solution. Now I have in other words, the tubes next. Oh, and the tubes came in. The tube sockets came in. They're actually, I don't know if they're real porcelain or if they're some type of Chinese make-believe. I don't know what these things are. All I know is they seem to be of pretty good quality. That seems to be a porcelain socket. It's hard, and it's got the shininess of porcelain. I don't know. And then when you put a tube into it, you can tell a good socket just by it's not overly tight and it's not overly loose. Okay, and 2 of these go up here, and they don't hit those things, and then a bunch of space opens up underneath here. Now up in the front, you have the 3 controls, the 3 switches, the 2 switches and the 1/4-inch jack, and then somewhere I have to put in this this choke, and this will probably fit down in here somewhere underneath and leave room for the tube socket. This is the last, I don't know yet, but I'm just showing you the progress of this thing. I know some people, you know, the amount of people watching my videos is really minuscule. You know, other people, they just take something out of a cardboard box. They don't even know what it is, and they show it, and then they don't know what the connectors are or the wires. And I watched the one guy, he powered up a Radio Shack CB radio, and he made a whole video on it, and then when he powered it on, it burnt out. And he put the video up there anyway. What exactly did he prove with that video? He made a video, and it's got more views than any of my videos. That's what I was like, oh man, you're definitely doing something wrong. And I know what I'm doing wrong. More people want to look at a Radio Shack CB radio than want to look at a command radio transmitter from World War II. That's the problem. You got to have, when you write books and want to sell them, you got to write about subjects people want to read about. When you do YouTube videos, the same thing. It's got to be a video that someone's going to want to watch. Like, you can do a cat video. Listen to the way my cat purrs. 500,000 views. Okay? Do you want to see how to cut out a transformer hole in a case for a command transmitter? 5 views. I think that's it. All right, that's it.